Hey, it's Kevin. Thanks for coming by for another Road Warrior video. It's the lazy, hazy days of summer, as the old song goes. And lately I've been feeling lazy. I don't know what it is. I go through spites where I feel lazy, where I don't feel like doing anything. I mean, I still have to work. I still have, duties and chores and things like that, and all my adulting responsibilities of life. But I just feel lazy. I feel like I want to goof off, but I can't because I'm an adult. I know it's hard to accept or hard to understand. We can find ways to goof off. I can only do 6 hours of work a day instead of 8. I can only put in, half a mental effort than a full mental effort. But at the end of the day, you still got to pay the bills. You still got to function as an adult. You still got to do all the things that you have to do. I guess being an adult and being lazy aren't as easy as it is as being a kid and being lazy. And I'm not saying being a kid is being lazy. Not at all. In fact, laziness, I guess, is different for everybody. What's lazy to me may not be lazy to you. For some people, if you're not working, you're being lazy. I wish that were the fact, but now that we've officially said that what we called burnout was an official diagnosis, that it is possible to be burnt out, that you need to be lazy every now and again. I kind of almost like a bell curve. I go through my moods, my ebbs and my flows. I'm lazy for a while, then I'm not lazy at all, then I get a big spurt of energy, and then I'm working nonstop, 20 hours, not even 20 hours, 18 hours a day probably, where I can't be, I'm focused so much on what I'm doing and all the projects I'm working on, and it's almost like I think a lot of it has to do with people who have creative streaks. I kind of have functional streaks, if you will, and I don't know if it's just me, I don't know if it's just all we're that way, or I don't know if I'm just overthinking it, which there may be that too, and I understand that. We all have different ways with which we coast, if you will. Whether it's coast through the day, coast through the week, coast through the month, coast through life. I've got friends who are productive members of society, but yet tend to coast through a lot of things. They're naturally blessed with some talents, so they're able to get by, make people think they're working hard when they're really only going half speed anyway. It's a weird little function, and I don't know if I get lazy when it gets to be the middle of the summer, when it gets to be extra hot, as we enter that last week of July, that early August, when it's always the hottest months of the year, although I don't know if it will be this year. Heck, with the way the world is these days, it could be 50 degrees for all we know. I don't think it will be here in Tennessee, but you never know what the weather's going to be like. Or we could go through monsoon weather, as we've had the propensity to do every now and again. It's kind of funny, though, but how I just realized, I wake up one day and I'm like, man, I'm just feeling kind of lazy today. Let's see if I can be lazy and nobody figure out that I'm being lazy, that I'm slacking off without slacking off. Does that make any sense at all? It's okay if it doesn't. It makes sense to me, and heck, to be honest with you, that's all that matters at this point. Back next week with another Road Warrior. KevinMason.us, your home for all the Road Warrior episodes. Boy, you could spend hours upon hours upon hours, and it could almost be like a form of torture, I think, to watch that many. I couldn't even watch that much of myself, let alone watch any of them. Find them on Facebook, find them on YouTube. I love the fact that you come and spend about 5 minutes with me a week. You don't know how much that means to me. I truly appreciate it, and thanks for coming by again this week. Hope you'll do it again next week, and as always, tell a friend. I love that even more. The more we grow, the more it feeds my ego. See you next week. Another Road Warrior, thanks.